Great. So what we've done is we've gone ahead and we've just added some B-roll and really sort of started off our project. So the second part of this is actually a little bit more complex. And I imagine many of you may not have done this before. So the sort of goal of this is to be able to use and compile using multicam. So that's sort of our learning objective. So really simply, this is how we go ahead and do it. We simply go into File, go into New, go into Sequence, or you can press Ctrl N. And what's going to happen here is it's going to create this new sequence. I'm just going to call this Matt because that's the sort of interview that I'm going to use. So I'm going to find Matt's videos. I'm going to drag them onto this particular layer. I'm going to go Keep Existing Settings. I find the other Matt video and then I drag it on there. Now you'll probably notice that these are different sizes and length and all the rest of it. Now you can go ahead and you can try to align these manually. That's really up to you. I personally wouldn't because that's why we have the technology. So we right click, so we've selected all of this. We're right clicking and then we're going to go ahead and it's called Synchronize. We synchronize to the audio because what's going to happen is the program is going to find out where the is. And that's that clap that we've used to sort of indicate that is our starting point of where we want the audio to be syncing. And so therefore the software will work out whereabouts is it the waves and the sort of peaks and the troughs occurring within the audio. And that way it aligns everything as perfectly as it can without us having to sort of fiddle around with it. So we'll come back in a moment once this actual processing is finished. Fantastic. So as you can see, it's aligned exactly where we need it to be, which over here is where that wave peak actually is, and that's our clap. Beautiful. So the next part of this step is, I'm just going to drag it over so I can just see it a little bit better, because obviously I've scrolled in a little bit. I'm right clicking. You can see multi-camera is not available to us yet. So we've got a few more steps to go before we can actually do that and record. So we'll go to Nest. We'll just call this Matt. Easy done. Fantastic. And then what we're going to do is we can then double click on it and we can see that there's two particular videos here. And so you're right, well, what has it actually done? So what's it's actually done, it's allowed us to go ahead and compile those two things together as part of the sort of processing. We then right click again, we're going into multi-camera. So we're almost there, we go click on enable. So you can see here, this image has just changed. And the question is, well, why did it actually go ahead and it changed? Well, the reason it changed is because it's obviously gone into a new layer, but still behind it, there are these particular images, as we now can actually see. But before we can actually do anything further, we'll go ahead and onto this particular screen, the right hand side, we'll click this, the plus button. And we're gonna do and drag two items down. This one here is a toggle multi-camera view. Drag it and drop it. We've also got here the multi-camera record on and off toggle. Drag it and drop it. Then just press OK. And so hopefully now, as I double click on this, I click on my multicam, I can do the following. This image over here is camera number 1. This over here is camera number 2. So if you were to go ahead and have, multiple cameras, 3, 4, however many, you would then be able to have slot 3, 4, and so on. So this is the next step. I'm now going to find a spot where it's actually probably going to start talking, which is, I believe, just over here based on this audio wave. Fantastic. I go ahead, multicam. Now currently it's on number 2, so I'm just going to start on number 1. So we get a nice side angle perhaps to start, get some of the emotion going. So I'm now going to go ahead we've seen a little bit of emotion. We're going to get back to a front view. So I'm going to press 2. This is now recording. As you can see, this has turned from yellow to red. Really simply, we want to go, yep, okay, bit more emotion, crossing arms, fantastic. Going back to 1. And then we might go, yep, we just need to change the angle a little bit just to give another perspective, just to keep the audience engaged. And then we'll go ahead and we'll press number 1 here because there's a bit of a gap in the audio. And then we'll go ahead and finish off by pressing enter. Now what you'll find is that these cuts have now been created within the actual video itself. Now that's exactly what you wanted. So what we might have a look at here is you go, well, I really like it, it's good, but I was a bit slow and I missed this particular moment. So we got him when he's sort of blinking his eyes or, you know, saying something, and, you know, I didn't want to cut him off. So what we might do is simply go like this. Go into where the edge of the actual clip is, drag it across, and then drag the other one to fill the gap. What you don't want to do is you drag it across and then go ripple delete, because this will mean that when he's speaking, the audio is not synced, and that's not good. So if you end up doing that, or you make a mistake and you want to go back, that's an easy fix. Just press Ctrl Z until you're at the point where you are happy with what's been going on. Great, see, well, that's fantastic, but then what do I do with it now? Because it's just sort of stuck there. And I'll go, all right, what we're going to do, we go ahead and we click our razor tool, and I'm going to go ahead and cut all of those layers down there. And this is pretty much where I think he finishes the interview, or this section of the interview. And I'll just go ahead and I'll cut down that way. So then I go ahead and I've cut them all. I can now select it. I can then go ahead and press Ctrl C, or I can right click and you can copy, really up to you. I just try to use the shortcuts as best I can. Go back to original file where our video is actually being done. And I might go, well, I just want it to be straight after B-roll. So what I'm going to do, I'll just click it here just afterwards and press Ctrl V, or I can right click in. No, I cannot. No. So press Ctrl V and it'll paste it in. And essentially there you go. You've now got your B-roll. But one of the things that's going to be annoying now is you've still got your multicam on. So literally just go ahead and just take that off so you can see everything back in full screen. You can ripple delete here. Whoops. And once you've done that, it is now sort of sectioned up against that bit of interview. And essentially what you're going to do from here is you can add some B-roll, you can go ahead and create a new sequence and go for the next interviews, and really sort of fill out what you want to try to achieve. And that is how you do a multicam. You're welcome.